It's an interesting one, man. It really, really is. Now 03717223344. Taking your calls on this morning. Kelvin is giving us a call. Kelvin, good morning to you. How are you this morning?
Yeah, good, Ali. Thank you. Great show as usual.
Thank you very much, my friend. What's your take on this whole scenario?
The whole situation's just disgusting, Ali. I mean, why on earth would any sane club sack a manager who's doing well and got you in the playoffs to replace him with a manager who's just been sacked by a pretty low-level American club? It's just atrocious. John's too nice to be in football, in my opinion. He's just been walked all over by Birmingham. They dumped him, and I think the League Managers Association have got to have something to say about this. I think the whole thing stinks. If you did this in business, you'd get sued off earth. It's just atrocious.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's no doubt, Kelvin, that because of the job that John has done, he will get another position, I'm sure, pretty soon. He will, but that's of no comfort to him right now. He probably feels cheated, hard done by, and he probably feels betrayed in many ways. Right now, he does. But it's the very reason why Ali and I are sitting here.
Yeah.
I mean, Ali has done this. I've never gone into football management, Kelvin. There's part of me that wanted to have a go, but you know what? It's things like what you see happening here with John Eustace that are the reason why I think, thank God I didn't.
I think, Kelvin, you make some great points, and you know something, Kelvin. I don't know if you heard Ian Danter there, who's obviously a mad Blues fan. Yeah. You could hear the uncertainty in his voice as well, and I think there'll be a lot of Blues fans like that.
Definitely, and I mean, I don't want to see anybody fail. I'm not that kind of person, but to a degree, I hope Rooney fails. And I hope it backfires on the Birmingham board, because they don't deserve success when they treat people like that. A lot of people say, oh, that's just football. We've got to stop saying that. We can't just keep saying that's just football. We've got a good, solid, up-and-coming, young English manager in John Eustace, who's worked with some great other coaches in the start of his coaching career, and we've just thrown him on the scrap heap. And John, I wouldn't blame him for walking away from football.
But if you think, Kelvin, thanks very much for your
brilliant
call.
Mate. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate that.
If you think, Ali, Gary O'Neill last season at Bournemouth, did great to keep him up and was doing ever so well. Then all of a sudden, he's down the road. The new fella's come in, and it certainly isn't happening for Bournemouth at the moment. Gary gets a position though pretty quickly at Wolves, and they're. And again, very much a work in progress, but he's back in the business, so I'm sure that'll happen for John.
I think it's an absolute certainty to happen to John. Whether he deserves to have to look for another job is up for debate.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.